Hi, welcome to Covey.Town. Upon entry of our app, you will be redirected to our login page before you can access our app. And for first-time user, you want to create an account using this button over here, which will take you to our sign-up page where you can enter your username, email, and password. So I'm just going to quickly enter test user 0, and then email address, which can be whatever you want, and the password and create an account. It will automatically log you in to the account you just created. So you can see here that you are logged in as your username because it's already going to be processed into our database. You can press logout and log in the same way in the login page and enter your email address and sign in. You can see that it's sign in is successful once you have been redirected to our main page. And you can press this edit or view profile button, and it'll take you to the profile page where you can edit these various profile data. So if you want to edit username, say, you can press this button and it'll take you to the edit text, and you can enter whatever username you want, and you can press the save profile button or press enter to save your profile. And profile submitted, it's been submitted to our database and persisted. So if you go back to the main page, you will see that it's already been saved. And if you log out of that account and log in the same way, you can see that the username is going to be persisted and stays the same as the profile that you changed. Great, it works. So another thing that we want to mention is about the authentication guard. If you haven't logged into our app, you cannot access our main page. So if you just press, if you enter the main page URL, you'll not be allowed to because you are not logged in. And everything is done using the authentication guard of our system, which prevents you from going to our main page or any resource before logging in and authenticate you as a user. For users that do not want to create a new account, you can press this button to sign in with Google account, which will take you to a new window and you can enter your Google account credentials. And I'm just going to enter that real quick. And once that's done, once you've logged into the account that you want to choose, it's going to automatically log you into our Covey.Town app as your Google account. As you can see, the profile of your Google account has been migrated and persisted into our database, so you can have your username the same as your Google account and the email as your Google email. And you can edit all this if you want, and it'll persist it into our database the same way as it did with the email and password account.
As for user story 3, we implemented a component to show a user friend list as well as the ability to add other user as friend. Upon sign in, user can see a list of their friends on the landing page. If they don't have any friends, then it will show up as follows, saying you have no friends. And if you do have friends, your friends will be separated into two lists of online and offline status. So as we can see here in this example, Steve friends are here. Danny, John are online, and Colin, Kimmy, and Kelly are currently offline. If specifically for online user, if that friend is in a town, their town will show up here, and there will be a button to join that town. If they don't, it will show up as in lobby, and there won't be a button to join the town because there's no current town. Um, and we can see that we can connect to Danny's town right here, and Danny is in fact in the town. A note here is that if a user friend's status will show up as their status at the moment when the user sign in. So if, for example, When Steve signed in, John and Danny are online, then it will show up as online. But if John signed out, then it will still show up as online for Steve. This is a bug that we are still looking into. Moving on to the add friend ability. To add friend, a user will need to obtain the other user ID, which should be shown right below their add friend box. So for example, here I want Steve to add Jenny as friend. We will obtain Jenny's user ID, copy it and paste it in the friend request box for Steve and send a request. There will be a toast confirming the friend request successfully sent to the user ID. And on Jenny's page, we can see that there is a pending friend request from Steve. Jenny can either add or remove this person. For example, if she decides to remove this friend request, the friend request will be removed and the friend list won't be updated. If we send a friend request again so that Jenny can accept it, then Steve will be added into Jenny's friend list, and this will persist through following sessions. A few note here is that after the recipient of the friend request accept the request, they don't show up on the requester friend list. So Steve show up as Jenny friends here, but Jenny has yet to show up on Steve friend list. He will need to sign out and sign in again to see Jenny on his friend list. Another note is that after the recipient of the friend request join a town, accept the friend request, join a town, then leave, the newly added friend will disappear from the recipient friend list. So Jenny has just added Steve as friend in this session. She will then join a town and then disconnect from the town. Then Steve will be removed from the friend list. This is a bug that we are still looking into. That will be the end for user story 3.
As part of User Story 4, we added the ability for users who are joined to a town to be able to see the other users who are also currently in that town, and to also to be able to add them as a friend. So the way that this is done is you just join a town as normal, and when you initially join a town, you are the only person in this town. This is what you'll see. When another person joins this town, such as Bob, they will see that Anna is also currently in this town. If you go back to Anna's page, you will see that she now sees that Bob has joined the town as well. If I were to disconnect Bob's page by removing the tab and navigate back to Anna's page, you see Bob has now disappeared from the town users list. This also works the same if you were to disconnect using this disconnect button. To add a user as a friend from this page, one simply has to click on this add friend button next to the user's username. Once this is done, a friend request will be sent to that user. Once the user navigates back to their town selection page again, they will see the incoming friend request from that user. Once Bob accepts this friend request from Anna, the next time that he joins another room with Anna, he will not be able to add Anna as a friend. Now that they are friends and he is rejoining the room, the button to add Anna as a friend has been disabled because a friend request has been sent and accepted, and these two users are now friends. However, we still have the option to add Dan as a friend, since Dan and the logged in user are not yet friends.